We have new details on the head of security at Cristo Rey High School charged with recording hundreds of videos inside the girls' locker room. An arrest warrant was issued yesterday for Fernando Bustos. TMJ4 has also obtained records that show Bustos was a Greenfield police officer before he was hired at Cristo Rey. He resigned from that department after an internal investigation. That investigation landed Bustos on the Brady list. It is a list of law enforcement with integrity issued, maintained by Milwaukee County's DA. Lighthouse reporter Ben Jordan now with a new example of why the Brady list is so important.
Police records show former Officer Fernando Bustos resigned from the Greenfield Police Department about 4 years ago. The chief tells me it came just weeks after he lied about stealing evidence. A Cristo Rey High School spokesperson tells me that information didn't come up during their background check. Some attorneys tell me they think this case highlights the importance of making Brady lists public, in part so potential future employers can see if former officers they're considering for a job have a history of alleged crimes, dishonesty, bias, or other integrity concerns.
Let's go back to the internal violation that landed Bustos on the Brady list. Back in late 2020, former Greenfield Officer Bustos was called to Paul's Wine and Liquor to investigate identity theft after police say suspects purchased $600 worth of alcohol on stolen credit cards. Greenfield police documents show the suspects were arrested and numerous bottles of illegally purchased alcohol, cartons of cigarettes, and fraudulent credit cards were seized from the suspect's vehicle by Officer Bustos. During an inventory of evidence, documents show detectives could not locate 2 bottles of tequila valued at $120 each. The internal investigation says Bustos' body camera footage showed the 2 bottles were at the scene, but they were missing after Bustos unloaded the evidence back at the station. Documents show Officer Bustos insisted all of the alcohol was inventoried. The captain handling the internal investigation determined Bustos' statement was fabricated and deceitful. That captain went on to say, "I also believe there is substantial proof that would validate criminal charges for theft and misconduct." Bustos was never charged. Instead, he resigned before the internal investigation was over. He was placed on Milwaukee County's Brady list, meaning the untruthfulness violation would have to be turned over to defense attorneys if he were called to testify in court. He was also put on the Wisconsin Department of Justice's flagged officer list, which tracks problematic officers. That brings us back to Cristo Rey Jesuit High School, where Bustos was hired as a security coordinator after his time with the Greenfield Police Department. This week, he was charged after prosecutors say he installed a hidden camera inside the girls' locker room, according to court documents. The school says Bustos was fired last month during the investigation.
If you want to see Officer Bustos and the other 190 current and former officers on Milwaukee County's Brady list, we have a database on our website, tmj4.com. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ben Jordan, TMJ4 News.
In a statement, Cristo Rey did not answer specific questions about how Bustos' past was overlooked when they hired him. A spokesperson said the school would now bring in an outside consultant to review its hiring policies.